I attended the Teachers Pay Teachers Conference, also known as TpT Forward, and I am so excited to tell you all about it. So let's take a trip to Chicago, my friends, where I'm going to show you all the highlights of the beautiful downtown area in Chicago, as well as the conference, plus some TpT seller tips and advice. For the last 2 years, Teachers Pay Teachers has had a virtual-only conference, but this year they headed to Chicago and they offered a hybrid option. That means you could attend in person in Chicago, or you could watch it virtually only. We stayed at the Hilton Downtown Hotel, and as you can see, it is a magnificent, gorgeous hotel. This conference was very meaningful for me because it was my first time attending TpT Forward in person. Not only that, but I was one of the keynote speakers this year, and it was such an honor to get on stage to kick off the first day of the conference as the keynote speaker. Whether you attended in person or virtually, hopefully you gained a lot of golden nuggets and inspiration from this year's keynote. Not only was I one of this year's keynote speakers, but I also taught a session helping TpT sellers make more money through blogging. If you are a TpT seller, stay tuned to the very end of the video because I have some more information about this. And of course, I traveled around Chicago, so I can't wait to tell you all about the events like this one. I am finally trying out a traditional Chicago hot dog with all the fixings minus the ketchup. Thanks everyone for recommending different spots to get a good Chicago dog. We'll see how it tastes. Beyond the friendships, the food, the fun places to see all around Chicago, I want to share in this video 3 reasons why I recommend all TpT sellers attend TpT Forward. I want to show you some of the highlights in Chicago, and I want to talk about my personal experience and my feelings attending TpT Forward in person this year. Let's go, my friends. The first reason I recommend going to TpT Forward is for the professional development. There is something magical about being able to learn from industry experts and experienced sellers. And the things that you're going to gain from learning alongside your fellow TpT sellers will change the game for your business. Being there in person, I got to ask questions about changes to the marketplace that are going to impact my business. What was even better about this year's TpT Forward is that you got to be there in person to talk to presenters, but you also get every single session virtually as well. Those sessions are available up until August 31st, along with all of the downloadable printables and everything else that you get to help you grow as a TpT seller. I even enjoyed the challenge for teachers to use their platforms to make a difference. And it felt really good to be a part of all of the information that was being put out there, because I also got to present a session on how to grow your blog and the science of SEO. In fact, let me share a little snippet of my keynote.
And I know the TpT wouldn't be the same without Tanya Marshall. So please give a warm welcome and hello to Tanya Marshall. It's been a pleasure. Right.
It's a little bit of a miracle that I'm standing before you as keynote speaker right now, because years ago, another great thing about attending TpT Forward involves building friendships. Yes, there are TpT sellers who show up to the conference with their business cards. I was one of them. But you are doing so much more than just networking for business reasons. Yes, we are learning from one another and alongside one another as TpT sellers. But the people that you meet, you bond with as friends. And these friendships will be with you well beyond the conference. What is especially good about hanging out with like-minded people who are all trying to grow and become more professional is that you hold each other accountable, you dance together, you laugh together, you have fun together, you keep each other motivated, you eat meals together, you do all sorts of things as you grow, not just in your career, in your profession, but in your life. I also loved meeting Team TpT friends. The final thing that I loved about visiting TpT Forward in person is the sightseeing and the fun. So let me just say, Chicago is a beautiful city. The artwork, the architecture, I was blown away and so surprised at how gorgeous the city really is. This is my second time visiting Chicago, but this time I really pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone and to go full sightseeing, to visit all the iconic places. In fact, let me give you a snippet of my architectural boat tour.
Skyscrapers were built along the bridge. First was the Wrigley building. That's the building with the white, narrow bell tower that you see just on the other side of the bridge. It was completed, the first part was completed in 1921, the second part in 1924. It was the skyscraper that...
Again, the professional development is great, it's wonderful, but you want to grow and expand in every area of your life. And I really think experiencing new things, seeing new things, helps you to grow and expand. Which is why I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to visit TpT Forward in person this year. I want to give some tips and advice to other TpT sellers when it comes to attending a conference. The first thing I would say is to join the TpT private Facebook group early so that you can find a roommate. Or what's even better than that is joining a free mastermind group of other sellers that you can get to know throughout the year. Not only will this hold you accountable to be consistent in your business, but these could also be your future travel buddies. I would also say, set a goal to earn a certain amount of sales in your business before next July. That way, going to the conference doesn't feel like a waste of money, because one of the #1 hesitations against going to the conference is, well, I don't make enough money in my TpT business to afford to go to the conference. My final tip is reach out to sellers who are native to a certain area, because they can help you find ways to save money while you're traveling for your conference. As you can see, not only did I visit many of the iconic spots, the famous places around Chicago, but I also got to try lots of delicious food. And of course, you know, before my trip ended, I had to do some teacher self-care by visiting the spa. This conference made me feel super motivated, very energized, confident to come back and build my business even stronger, learning from experienced sellers, industry experts, meeting so many great people. I absolutely think every TPT seller should attend at least one TPT Forward in-person conference if possible. Now, of course, the virtual sessions are amazing. I highly recommend those as well. But again, you miss out on some of the landmarks and in-person experiences that also help you grow and expand. And I'm so glad that TPT provides that for sellers.
We do not have this at our Target. Oh my goodness, that is so neat.
Okay, TPT friends, did you attend the conference this year? Whether in person or virtually, let me know in the comments below, what was your experience with TPT Forward 2022? And let me know, are you planning on attending next year's conference, which, by the way, drum roll, will be in Boston. TPT Forward 2023 will be in Boston. Crossing our fingers that nothing cancels it. So I'm really looking forward to it. If I didn't get to meet you in Chicago, I hope to meet you in Boston. And if you are a teacherpreneur who wants to make more money in your business through blogging, yes, blogging, then I have a treat for you. The links that I have provided, either here or in the description below, will show you how you can make more money, how you can increase revenue, and have more independence and freedom in your business through blogging. So make sure to check those out. I hope you will subscribe so that you can catch me again for some more teacher videos. Thanks for hanging out with me today, lovelies. Continue transforming learning beautifully.